As a picker,
Interesting.
the value you are adding is picking the correct items, right?
Mm. Okay.
At a productivity rate for an SLA expectation relative to shipping. I have to pick
Mm.
so many units by this time, this quickly to meet this time so that it can continue down the chain, get in a box, be picked up by a carrier and make transit to the customer. So I think this often boils down to a productivity metric, right? And
Mhm.
saying how many units per hour do you pick and looking at travel time and doing these very fundamental lean exercises. I think that reinforcing that right with people, this is part of being an accountable but blameless culture, is people tend to get lost in the metric, right, and tend
Mm.
to negatively reinforce the, hey, it's the productivity that matters. And that's obviously with good intent, but what you want to be really doing is reminding people why it's important,
Mm.
right? Remind how that connects downstream, because if you don't, what often happens is you run into siloed metrics, right? And people start to micromanage their piece of the chain to that metric that's been defined as their value. And it may have negative impacts right downstream, upstream. And I've seen that over and over again, especially in large organizations. So it's not just the measurement of the person and their role in contributing value. It's that they understand it, right? And that the managers
Mm.
understand it and are managing improvement in it as a collective exercise, not a you need to do better exercise, but how do we do this better to meet the goals for the customer? It's a hard line to walk, right? And I don't
Mhm.
think it's one that's really easily defined. And that's a big piece of this concept of foundational excellence. It's not a playbook, right?
Sure.
It's very much I call it a philosophy, right? It is very
Mm.
much just like, hey, what are these things that we should always keep in mind when we're talking to people and building out and thinking about what we do next?